shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Chris, out on the Goldwing. And today I'm out on my DCT Honda Goldwing, out for a little ride. It is nice out here today. I'm showing a current air temp of around 77 degrees. Is that possible? Here at the last part of February, 77 degrees on an air temp? I think the weatherman actually called for a high in the mid 70s today here in the Memphis area. And it feels good to be out on the DCT Honda Goldwing, out here trying to get my ride in today. Wearing my shoey helmet, talking to you on my Cardo. Pack Talk Edge. If you have the Cardo Pack Talk Edge headset, actually Cardo has released another update that's available, so you can update your Cardo Pack Talk Edge wirelessly by your phone just by turning on your Cardo app and selecting new update install, or you can plug it into your PC to the Cardo updater to update your Cardo Pack Talk Edge. So I'm just out here cruising, trying to get the ride in today. I'm gonna open up the phone lines, see if I can talk to some of my viewers. My phone line is open, 901-468-9032. If you want to get on with your boy Chris. I'm live on the Goldwing. Anything you say can be used in a Caliente video. So if you guys have any questions, or if you just want to reach out to say hello, the phone line is open, 901-468-9032. And I'm live on the Goldwing. And today I'm wearing my Goldwing jacket. My trusty Goldwing jacket that was sent over to me by Solo. Shouts out to my man Solo out there in Philadelphia that sent your boy Chris this nice Goldwing jacket that I am wearing here today. If you guys have an item that you would like to send me, I'm gonna include my shipping information within the description of this video. So I'm just out here today trying to get my ride in. I recently installed the Gold Strike windshield trim on this DCT Honda Goldwing, and I got a lot of good feedback, a lot of good views, and the install was very easy. I did not have to take off the side panels. I only had to take off that inner plastic panel, and it was only held by what, 2 Allen bolts and a couple of push pins. The installation was very easy. So if you guys missed that video and you're looking to add some more Gold Strike accessories to your Honda Goldwing, Gold Strike has newly released the Strike windshield trim for this Honda Goldwing, your models 2018 through 2024. And so it feels good to be out on this Goldwing. I actually need to change my oil on this Honda Goldwing. Believe it or not, I only have a little bit under 15,000 miles on my DCT Honda Goldwing. Trying to keep the bike new as possible because I want it to last a long time. It's not my intention to go buy a new bike. So I want to take care of the motorcycles that I have. You know, I see a lot of these Facebook posts where, you know, you're sticking your chest out. You know, I'm racking up all of these miles on my new Goldwing. And I do understand, because I like racking up the miles myself. But the downside to racking up all those miles on your new bike is that you kind of depreciate the value of your bike faster than if you did not log as many miles. That's kind of why I kept my second Goldwing. That way I can kind of share the miles. You know, I don't have to kill the miles on my new bike. I want to keep this bike new as possible. And also, I'm not looking forward to changing out the air filter no time soon. So I only got, what, 14,708 miles on this bike, and most of those miles actually came from a couple of long distance trips that I've taken on this DCT Honda Goldwing. I actually did a cross country trip. I think that was about 6,000 of those miles. And I took some other trips as well. So most of the miles on here was from just some long distance trips that I've taken. But I'm trying to keep the miles low on this bike because I want this bike to last a long time, and I still want to have a good retail value if I ever decide to get rid of this bike, which I have no intentions on getting rid of it because I actually love my DCT Honda Goldwing. So I just want to thank all of my viewers and subscribers that watches my videos and support your boy Chris. Also, some of you was asking about some of you guys was asking about my battery. You know, what do I think about the lithium battery that I installed on my Honda Goldwing? Right now I'm showing 100% on the capacity, and the voltage right now is 14.21. It actually shows the voltage in real time. So actually that's the alternator output, 14.20 on the alternator output. So everything is looking good. Tire pressure is looking good. The battery is looking good. You know, I've been hearing some talk about a recall on the Honda Goldwing. Actually, several of you reached out to me privately and said, hey Chris, have you heard this thing about the recall on the new style Honda Goldwing models 2018 through 2024, a fuel pump recall? And to be honest with you, I have not. I'm happy to report that I have had zero issues with my fuel pump on this Honda Goldwing. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just out here cruising on the Honda Goldwing, trying to get the ride in on my DCT. It feels good. 78 degrees I'm showing on the air temp. And if you want to get through, the phone line is open. 901-468-9032. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this Caliente, man. I'm live on my Goldwing. Who is it?
This is Cole, man. How you doing, sir?
I'm sorry, this is who now?
Kennedy?
I couldn't catch your name. Give me your name again.
Oh, it's spelled K.O.
K.O.?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Caliente live on the Goldwing. What's going on?
Ain't too much, man. Ain't too much. Nice talking to you.
All right. I'm just out here trying to get my ride in today. 78 degrees out here in the Memphis area. And it feels good to be out on the Goldwing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, man, I just get a nice ride Sunday myself. I did I-10 to I-20 just because it was a beautiful day.
Okay. Where you located? You said your name is K.O.?
Yeah, it's pronounced Cole.
Cole? Okay. Now, where are you located, Cole?
I'm actually in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Lafayette, Louisiana. Oh, you south, man. I bet it's nice and warm down there.
Oh, man, it's hot. It's hot. Yeah. When I say it's hot, I got hot on my return ride when I was coming back from Freeport. Like, I was like, man, I got to invest in like a mesh jacket. I'm sweating.
What kind of bike you have?
Actually, I just bought a 2002 Honda Goldwing in early January. After watching several videos of you guys. I mean, I've been off the bike for a little while, and I started looking, man, and came across your video when you went to Colorado, man. And I was like, dude, I got to get back on the bike.
Okay. Now, K.O., is this your first Goldwing?
This is my first Goldwing.
Okay.
Before that, I had a VTX 1800, but that was, like 16 years ago.
Okay. You're saying after
a friend of mine got into a... I'm sorry?
I was saying after watching my videos, that kind of helped you to make your mind up on getting your Goldwing, or you was kind of already thinking about it, or?
Actually, no. I mean, a friend of mine was just like, get a bike. And I was like, man, I don't know. You know, I'm like, I've been off for a while. This and that, roo. And man, just kind of started clicking around on YouTube.
Okay.
Came across well, it started out with some other videos. And then I seen your videos. You were talking about some things on the Honda Goldwing. I think you was doing maybe like some lights and all that. Then you was taking trips. And I was like, man, you know what? I should get back on the bike, dude. But the Colorado video was the one, man, where I was like, dude, I got to ride that ride.
Yeah.
And I got to do it on the Goldwing.
That probably was at the $1 Million Highway? Was it on the $1 Million Highway?
Yes, sir. It was the $1 Million Highway.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm thinking about going back, and I'm thinking about going back there in a few months.
Oh, man, shoot, let me know, because I am... my friend tell me I'm bike happy right now, but what I have done to my bike is pretty much everything you ever see. So I done learned how. I done changed my oil. I done changed rear differentials.
Right.
I went double dark sided.
Oh, okay. Now, how you liking that double dark side?
Man, I'm loving it. You know, my friend is freaking out. He got a Harley, and he haven't rode in like 2 years since I got a bike now. He decided to go buy some tires. $600 for a set of tires.
Wow. 600.
I got a Battle Axe, Battle Axe 46 on the front.
Right.
And I found me a drive guard.
Okay.
That was about 95% tread still left off of eBay for like $56.
Okay.
I'm like $200 in.
Right. Yeah, matter of fact, I had a friend of mine this morning. He said, man, I was thinking about going dark side on my bike. He said, man, I like to come on around me. Hold on a second. Come on around me. I'm cruising. I'm not in a hurry. People say, well, you ride slow. That's because I'm not in a hurry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I talked to a friend of mine, and he was saying that he called me this morning. He said, Chris, I was thinking about actually dark siding my bike. He said, but you know, I kind of like to hit the curves, and you know, I still kind of like to ride aggressive. He asked me, he said, well, what do you think? I said, well, you know, I have a car tire on both of my bikes. You know, I can still hit the curves hard. I can still, you know, ride just like a guy with a regular motorcycle tire. I said, you know, but it's one of those things that you have to just get out and try it and see if you like it. Because, you know, I'm kind of at a point now, I don't want to convince anybody to go out and get a car tire. It's kind of like, hey, if you want to try it, see what you think, and then, you know, make your decision. But let me ask you, KO, since you put the car tire on your bike, how does it handle? Does it affect your ride in any kind of way, in a bad way or a good way? Or, you know, how do you think, what do you think about it?
For me, I mean, I have done curves. I mean, now again, I'm just getting back on, but I am a previous rider.
Right.
For me, I love it because I just feel like I'm more like, especially just going in a straight line, it's like, dude, the bike pretty much drives itself.
Right.
I mean, it's freaking awesome. I mean, I took some curves around here in Louisiana. We don't have a lot, but some roads that I like, I can't tell the difference. And I mean, I guess if you coming from a road tire,
right.
I mean, the only thing that I noticed, like in my first probably 200-300 miles, when you have to kind of like break it in, was like, if you lean a little bit, you can, you know, you kind of got to throw a little more effort to lean. But after that, I mean, it just became where I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, it's just a beautiful ride. I mean, the stopping. I mean, you know, sometimes it's like, oh man, did I downshift too early? Because it just grabs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's like you coming down to like a light or something, and you know, you downshift and let the clutch out, kind of let the bike doing its thing sometimes. And it's like, oh man, it's like you almost catch rubber because it's like the tire is like playing it to me. I just feel like the bike is well controlled, it's playing it, it's responsive. So I mean, even if you got to swerve or do something to get out of the way of something, it's going to move like you want it to move. I mean, I have no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay. I was giving you the floor to say, you know, how you felt about the car tires, because a lot of people think that if they go to a car tire that they're going to lose their ability to lean, that they're going to lose their ability to take the curves at a good speed. You know, they think that it's going to hinder their ride. And, you know, I'm kind of at a point now where, like I said, I don't want to try to convince anybody to do anything. My recommendation to people now is just try it and see what you think. But I just wanted to give you an opportunity to just share just share how you felt about having that car tire on your Goldwing.
Yes, sir. I mean, honestly, I'll tell anyone, try it. I mean, my best friend, I'm trying to convince him after spending $600 on some tires that's going to probably be, that he's not riding enough anyway, I feel like, you know, but I'm like, you just spent 600 bones on 2 tires. I'm under $200 for 2 tires. I mean, pretty much brand new. We ride the same ride. We have been to the same places, and I haven't had an issue. Right. I'm not losing any air. I put the P.O.Box on there over the weekend. Right. I mean, the tires handle great. The heat where I'm at. I mean, they're not heating up any more than any other tire. Right. I mean, I don't still complain on why you wouldn't. You know, and I mean, not to be on the cheap side, I know people might say, okay, you being cheap, but it's like, no, man, I mean, right. It's a better tire. Yeah. At least from my opinion.
Yeah, I try to, you know, I just share with my viewers that saving money that's just a byproduct. You're not putting the tires on there to save money, but you're looking at a tire that has so much more benefits than a regular motorcycle tire. You're getting a wider footprint. That means that you can stop faster. It grips the road better. It has a heavier load rating. It channels the water better. The tire actually runs cooler.
Yes, sir.
It absorbs the bumps a lot better. You know, a motorcycle tire is hard. The sidewalls are really hard, whereas a car tire will give you, it'll give you that absorption where when you hit a bump, it kind of takes the bumps a lot smoother. Like I said, for guys that's pulling trailers, it's going to last longer. So saving money is just kind of a byproduct of what happens after you switch to a car tire. In my personal opinion, it's far superior than a regular motorcycle tire. Now, if I was on a crotch rocket, no, I wouldn't put a car tire on my crotch rocket. But on a Honda Goldwing, in my opinion, the Goldwing is synonymous to having a car tire.
I mean, I have to agree. And I mean, if you ever rode across Louisiana or been in Louisiana, we don't have the best of roads.
Right.
And
what
I can honestly, I'm actually, I'm south. I'm on I-10. Okay. In Lafayette. So right off I-10, you know, in the southwest Louisiana area, where they do road construction all the freaking time. Right. And potholes and this. And I mean, honestly, I have had no troubles, even with our bad roads that we have here. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you
went with the Bridgestone, the 195, 55, 16?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then I did the Battle Axe. I couldn't find the 45, but I found the 46 I found the 46 brand new, so I went with the 46 on the front.
Actually, they discontinued the 45, and they discontinued the 45. The 46 is the newer tire, and actually it's a little bit wider, even though it has the same tire specs as far as a 130, 70, 18. If you actually put a 45 next to a 46, the 46 is just a little bit wider. It's probably a half an inch wider.
Oh, really? Well, see, when I first changed it, I was worried because I think I watched something about the wobble, but I found that it was underinflated. Right. Because I had it at like 34, and I think when you was talking about the P.O.Box, you would like go up to 38. Right. You had 38 on your phone, so I went up to 38, and I did the same test where, I just let the steering wheel go, and it was kind of just idling down to 30, and I got like a little wobble, and when I was turning, I got a little wobble. Then I brought it up to 38. Right. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly fine. I was like, well, there you go. Learn something new every day.
Right. And that was on you said that was on your rear tire?
That was actually on the front.
That was on your front? Yes, okay, sir. Yeah. Normally on my front, when I check my tire pressure's cold, I'm running 41 on the front, and I'm running about 45 on the rear, and that's cold. Now, as you ride the bike, the tire's going to heat up, and your PSIs are going to increase. But from cold, okay. I run 41 on the front, and I run 45 on the rear. And, you know, I tell riders all the time, you know, find the pressure that's comfortable for you. You know, that's comfortable for me. Everybody is different, you know, heights and sizes and weights and different things like that. For me, I run 41 on the front, 42, 41 on the front, and then 45 on the rear.
Okay, I tried 41 because I brought it up to 38 after watching that because I was worried that I would have to get like the brace for the forks, or maybe it was my get them all balls. I was that far down the line thinking like, man, why are they giving me this little wobble? This is crazy.
Right.
But it was just a low tire. Once I kind of put that on there, and now, like I say, dude, you can let it go and it's just gonna hold that straight line. I mean, you can take your hands off and lean in one of those sweeping curves, and the bike is gonna do what you want to do just with body weight lean.
Right.
And that's with the core tire, man. I mean, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I've ridden across country on it several times. I don't have no complaints, man. But like I said, I done just got to a point to where I don't try to convince riders, because sometimes, you know, they'll call me and it's like they want me to convince them to go with a car tire.
Yeah.
They want me to convince them. And it's like, look, I'm tired of convincing. Well, only thing I can say is just try it and see what you like. But my only recommendation that I do like to give a rider that's starting out on a car tire is, you know, ride it for about 1,000 miles before you pull that thing off your bike. Or if you say, well, I don't like it, give it about 1,000 miles. For some people, as soon as they get on it, they know instantly. Some people, it may take 500 miles. I
would say the best thing to do is, break it in. But when I say do a 400 mile, like just get on the road, man, and just let it 2 wheels up.
Right.
Do about a 400 miler.
Right.
Because I think I fell more in love with it over the weekend than anything else, because, you know, I had some windy conditions. I had all that, man. And I mean, when I say my bike was just planted. Right. And I'm riding a 22-year-old bike, guys. So, I mean, you know, with 64,000 now on it, I didn't put 1,000 miles since I had it. And I plan on putting a hell of a lot more. But for my personal experience was listening to you. I think the interview you did with JT was really when I was like, I was like, man, I was on the fence. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy some tires because my friend was in my ear. But when JT was talking about, man, look, he caught that blowout, and they was talking about, look, the nearest dealership is here, and I'm like, man, nah, I ain't going through all that, because my intention is to ride across country within the next couple of months.
Yeah, that's
my intention. So I want the best possible tires I can have, where I don't have to be. One less concern would be worrying about the tires.
Yeah. And when I hear these guys that say, man, I had a blowout. If you hear a guy on a motorcycle that say I had a blowout, 9 times out of 10 he was on a regular motorcycle tire.
Yes. I find that kind of weird. Like, how can you have a blowout on a bike tire? Because you should be paying attention to your tires more than anything on a bike.
Yeah. Well, what happens is those tires heat up, and the compound is already soft. And, you know, you're hitting potholes, you're hitting bumps, and, you know, if you're not really watching the tread, kind of like what you just said, you know, you're trying to push the bike, you're pushing it, and maybe your nylon starts showing. You're not paying attention, you're not doing your T-clocks. Next thing you know, you're having a blowout. Or you have a passenger on the back, which puts more pressure on the tire, more stress on the tire, and like I said, those motorcycle tires, they don't just hold up as good. And you're subject to have a blowout. So anytime I hear that a rider said, I had a blowout, I didn't know it was a motorcycle tire before I even see the tire. But you'll never hear anybody having a blowout on a car tire.
I see, and I mean, you just brought up a good point about a passenger. I didn't even talk about the passenger. Like, my daughter loves riding with me, and my wife, she rides with me. And they're about similar size. Man, they on the back. I'm at a red light. The bike is pretty much standing itself up on its own.
Right.
Like, I'm one leg down with a foot on the brake. I mean, I don't even have to worry about really controlling the bike, even with a passenger on the back, because that's how planted to me. That's why I say the word planted. It just feels planted. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It does, man. I'm telling you, man. And I pull trailers across country, East Coast, West Coast, North, South. No issues at all. None. Not a zilch. And
hey, the trailer game, I see your trailer game. I say this year I'm going to travel. I say by next year, I think I want to step up to a trailer.
Yeah.
Just for nothing else, because it's like, I'm going to be the type of rider where it's like, being in town is okay, but let's go see stuff. That's why I bought my wing.
Right.
Now, you want to ride around town? You know, you going from restaurant to restaurant? Hey, that's you, man. I'm trying to go to state,
Right. Once you start riding on with a trailer, you'll probably never go back. You'll probably never go back. People.
Is it that good?
Yeah, it really is. People ask me all the time, why do you pull the trailer with you everywhere you go? To be honest with you, it's like it's not even back there. So it's not like it's hindering my ride. I've said to one person that asked me that question, he said, why do you carry your trailer with you everywhere you go? I said, let me ask you a question. I said, what can I do when I have my trailer that I can't do if I didn't have the trailer? And he thought about it, and he said, well, I don't know. I said, exactly. I said, when I pull my trailer, it's like it's not even back there. I said, but I have the convenience to store my helmet. I have the convenience to bring extra gear, depending on the weather. If I want to stop at a grocery store on the way home, having a trailer, man, is just so convenient. Once you start riding with a trailer, you probably won't even disconnect it because it's just that convenient.
Well, I can agree with the storage room for sure. I mean, I don't pull the trailer, but just thinking in like my circumstances, 2 full face helmets.
Right.
On a 2002, I can put it in there, but it's like, that's your room. That's your top trunk. That's it.
Right.
You can't put nothing else in there.
Right.
So yeah, I can see the benefit, like especially if you're going on a trip, to have that extra, space and just be like not to worry about what I mean? It ain't like you're trying to bring the house with you, but yeah, man, you want a few extra items. I believe,
Yeah,
so far, like, with you, like, I'm going down my list of things, and it's like, it's great, but yeah, I'm gonna run out of room eventually because it's like, you can't take an extra pair of shoes if you go somewhere, if you got your riding boots on. I mean, you can, but you're gonna start filling up them saddlebags really quickly. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I mean, with that, if your first lady is like my wife, she see outlet mall, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need some room.
Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, she's actually from Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part?
He's from New Orleans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's from New Orleans.
So yeah.
Yeah, when we travel, she said, baby, don't forget to bring your fan. Don't forget to bring the fan. And don't forget to bring my Caliente cushion.
Oh, nice. I do see that you have 2 trailers. So which one do you prefer?
To be honest with you, I like them both. It's hard to compare. The Escapade trailer is actually bigger in size compared to the Can-Am 622 trailer. If I really had my way, I would rather for the Can-Am 622 to have the same paint scheme as my 21, and I'd rather have the bigger Escapade trailer, the previous generation. But when I'm riding, I really can't tell that the trailers are behind me. So even though the Escapade trailer is bigger and I'm on the smaller bike, I still can't tell that it's behind me because this DCT Honda Goldwing has so much power that it snatches the trailer around. So I just love, so to answer your question, I just love them both, honestly. I love them both.
Well, I mean,
it just depends on the situation.
I mean, so looking at those two, when I was thinking about that, I'm like, the lower profile of the Can-Am, and then the other one is bigger, and I was just wondering, did it have like wind drag or not? Being that it's more rounded up front on the Escapade, you said? The Escapade trailer?
Well, the Can-Am.
So that was
the Can-Am is more of an egg shape, so to speak.
Yes.
As opposed to the Escapade trailer. But no, it doesn't. They're both aerodynamic. No issues whatsoever on either trailer. I can get more things inside of the Escapade trailer than the Can-Am trailer. The Escapade is just a little bit. So if I'm gonna take a long trip and I want to bring more things, I probably would bring the Escapade trailer. But they both pull really good, man. It's, you know, they're really tit for tat.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess that's like when I first decided to get into bikes. When I started looking at the first one I started looking at was the 2018, and then I think one of your videos you were talking about the difference between the bikes, and I was like, I don't know, I think I kind of like the big body, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really went crazy, and it was like the prices was kind of crazy on these bikes. You know, that kind of shocked me when I first started getting back in the market.
Yeah.
So I went a whole different route where it was like, I'm just gonna hold out. Almost pulled the trigger on one, and then I came across my bike that I have now, man, and I was just like, man, for what they asking for a down payment, I can buy about outright with the same amount of mileage on it, because the 2018 had 64, this one had 61. So I said, well, you know, if I don't like it, I can just leave it parked and just ride when I want to ride. But man, since I got my bike, it's like, dude, I'm kind of happy I don't got a note, because like Chris say, things are expensive, but I can spend money.
Yeah, I mean, everything is going up, man. I was actually laying in bed thinking about just how much money I got tied up in my bike, you know, which was one of the questions that my viewer asked. You know, how much money do I have tied in my bike? And I was just laying in bed thinking about it this morning. I'm like, you know, I don't know. I stopped counting at about 50.
Oh, hey.
But
yeah. I told my friend, I'm like, right now my bike was 3,500 with 61,000.
Right.
I done all my work. I got about $1,200 worth of stuff I done bought. I'm like, the good thing is, if I had a note, I could spend about $400 to $500 every month for getting stuff on my bike, and still I'm winning ahead of the game. Still getting to enjoy a good bike that I could probably put probably another 100 on before I have to worry about getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, that's how I'm looking at it.
You can even get 300,000 out of one of those bikes easily.
Oh man, that's even better. You think about that?
When you buy a motorcycle used, you save so much money. If you can find a used Goldwing with accessories on it, you save so much money, because, you know, the thing about these accessories is that you can buy the accessory, but then, you know, you got to put it on or have it put on. So that's an additional cost. And
yes.
So if you can find a used bike with accessories on it, or if it don't have accessories on it, you're still saving money because the bike is used, and then if you do the work yourself, you're saving even more money. So there's a big benefit to buying a used bike and not having to.
I can honestly say, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
No, I can honestly say, like, if you decide to do the work yourself, man, your videos has helped me save probably all type of money. You know, the only thing that I need to bring it into the shop for, what I won't touch is the clutch. I have done everything else. So, yeah, if you save money on a used bike and just pay cash, yes, man. I feel like I made the best decision for myself.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, you know, the other bike was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It was a 2018. It was white. Had the carbon seat. It had 64,000 miles on it. Michelin tires. But, man, it was just like, do I want to know?
Right.
You know, haven't been riding in a while. You know, do I buy this thing? Then what if I be like, you know what, I'm not going to ride this thing that much.
Hey, T.O., somebody that's trying to get in, let me call you back. Send me a picture of your bike, and I'll get back to you.
All right, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.